What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about KASPA versus BTC at the request of Sir Thomas Keefe himself, or Keefe. I don't know. I think Keefe. I'm in Colorado. We're going to call you Thomas Keefe. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. I will go over the KASPA USD pair as well, but we're going to keep it to the BTC pair for now. And I forget when I made this prediction, but it was sometime up in this area that KASPA would continue to bleed, that I thought it put its all-time high versus Bitcoin, and I think that's it, right? It's not going to gain value versus Bitcoin for the rest of the cycle. Now, when I say that, that doesn't mean it's just going to do this. You know, there will be ups, there will be downs, like whatever. You know, it's not just going to be a straight line, but it's very apparent that things are shifting, especially versus Bitcoin. You have the others.d chart here. This is what, you know, since like June, what the others.d chart has looked like. KASPA since June, like that same week, it moved up a little bit, moved sideways, and then it really moved down. Others, it's only really started to move down over the past 4 weeks. KASPA is underperforming the market as of now. It's been overperforming the market the whole time, but doesn't it make sense that a coin that started its bull cycle early might end its bull cycle early? And not even early, right? Technically, it's had a very long bull cycle. And this is not the USD pair. This is just the BTC pair, but you're not getting overbought. You are getting oversold, the weakest you've ever been. It's the weakest it's ever been. That means it's a good time to buy. No, that's not always the case, guys, actually. It's really just like, right, it's the strongest it's ever been. It's a good time to sell. Well, how would have that worked out for you? No, that's, you know what I mean? Oh, it's near its all-time highs. That would have been a good time to, I mean, relatively speaking, sure, but you would have missed out a lot, right? Just like relatively speaking, sure, maybe it moves up versus Bitcoin, especially if the dominance drops, right? The Bitcoin dominance drops. Of course, this could gain value. Versus Bitcoin, but in time it will, I think, continue to bleed down. I think this is like a foreshadowing of what's to come in the US dollar price. Except US dollar, I do think you will see new highs before moving too much lower. Yeah, Thomas, to answer your question, or to answer your request here without babbling on so much, you're going to move down to about, what is that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros? I think so. 5 zeros, 127 to 6 zeros 99 of a Bitcoin per KASPA. Yeah. Down you go. Down. The daily RSI sucks too, man. Wow. The weekly RSI is just getting started, but that daily, oh, that is bad. It's really bad. You might move up a little bit, but you've kind of already done that. I wouldn't expect much over the coming days. Over the coming weeks, over the coming months, more downside for sure, and it might really kick off. But that would make sense that it's about to really kick off, because I think Bitcoin's about to move up. I don't think KASPA's about to move down too much. I just think that Bitcoin is about to shred, right? And this chart just agrees exactly with what I've been saying to anybody who's like, if Bitcoin moves up, KASPA is going to move up. Well, that's not true, right? Because Bitcoin was moving down a lot of the time when KASPA was moving up, or Bitcoin was moving sideways whenever KASPA, you know, KASPA does its own thing. So it can move down while the rest of the market moves up. It has before. It can move up while the rest of the market moves down. It has before. So it's really in a cycle of its own, I would say, right? And wouldn't that make sense if you guys are all saying that KASPA is a unique thing, that it's not comparable to any other coin out there other than maybe Bitcoin, like it's in a league of its own? Wouldn't that make sense that it's kind of doing its own stuff, right? It's like you guys want to say all these bullish things until it comes to the reality that might have bearish implications too. I don't know. And I'm saying all you guys. I'm not saying not all of you guys. There's a lot of you KASPA people that have responded in the comments, and, like, you know, seemingly open-minded people. But there's some of you who you're just like really like the XRP people from back in 2017. You're just like the ADA people this year. Like you're stubborn, and you think that you know better. But again, I've been in crypto since 2015. I've been doing technical analysis since very early on in, was it 2017 or 2016? It's been 8 years now, so it was late 2016 that I've been doing technical analysis. You know what I mean? 8 years. How many, like, I'm not just saying this to piss people off. How many of you this is your first cycle and you're just gung-ho about KASPA? And why are you gung-ho about it, right? Because of the chart, right? Because of the chart, but also maybe because you just hear a bunch of ridiculous price action or price predictions. I don't know, right? it is cool technology, but the thing is it's only had one cycle. We don't know how it's going to perform in its bear cycle yet. I'm going to stop doing all the normal preaching that I normally do, right? I'm not trying to hate on KASPA, right? I'm not trying to hate on the community. It's just whenever I get a lot of backlash from people, it makes me want to contest that a little bit, right? And the KASPA community is fierce, that's for sure. But there's a lot of you who I feel like are definitely open-minded, and you're not just sticking your head in the sand and saying la 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 to any kind of negative things, right? You're at least open-minded to it. You're still invested, still buying, and I respect that. But at least you're open-minded enough to see that it might not be as bullish as some people might hope it is, right? And that I respect even more. Actually, it takes a lot to. I'm watering my plant right now. It takes a lot, man. A lot of courage and a lot of intelligence to admit that you're wrong, or admit that you might not have been right about where the prediction or where the price might go, right? It takes a lot of I think like self-evaluation, honestly. Like what's what we're looking for. Oh, I'm wasting people's time by just saying these words. Who cares? 11.6 cents is what you're at now. Rejecting the overbought zone on the weekly. Looking weak on the weekly, looking like you want to move down. I'm sticking with the call that I've made, right? I don't think that KASPA is going to have a double bottom here and then move up to new all-time highs. I don't think so, right? Because this would be a double bottom, triple bottom, quadruple bottom. It just doesn't happen. So lower you go. You had an upward sloping consolidation. You've broken out of it down to the base of the consolidation. Normally that's what happens with these wedge patterns, right? And that would make sense. So I think you're going to move somewhere around 7.5 cents to 9.3 cents, somewhere in that area. Yeah, I don't think you'll go lower than that low, and I do think that once you find this low, it'll be somewhat like of a double bottom of this overall range, and that will send you to your highs. But that's that, right? And if KASPA's moving down over the coming weeks and Bitcoin's moving up, no wonder the KASPA BTC chart looks like it wants to drop a lot from here too. So that's all I got to say on the matter. If you guys like the video, hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more. I'm sorry I philosophized a little bit there, or whatever the hell that was. I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care. You want to make fun of me? Here we go. Ready? Watch this. Ready? The light. You see, it looks like there's like a wisp in my hair. It looks like that's not supposed to be there. It's just how thin my hair is, man. It's just, there you go. You can make fun of that, right? But does that make you feel better? Even though I'm saying your coin isn't going to see $5 to $50 by the end of the cycle, even though I say it's not even going to get to $1 by the end of the cycle, at least you can make fun of the thinning hairline. All right, take care, guys. I'll see you on the next one.